Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I have some of the best preparation tips that you are going to need for Phase 6. We got the full timeline launch for Phase 6 coming out yesterday, so we know when these dates are. And there's just a lot of items and things that are going to be really useful that you're going to want to know about. So this is my best list to help you guys be as prepared as possible for AQ on December 6th, as well as all the events leading up to that. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the biggest tip that I have for you guys, and this is going to be every raider in the game needs to make sure they do this, and it is going to be make sure you get nature res gear as well as some form of frost damage for one boss in there, and his name is Visitus. So he's a giant slime orb that requires a ton of nature res as well as the ability to freeze him. So I don't know if they added too much mechanics to him with the SOM changes, and if those are going to be in there. I'd assume the SOM changes are going to be put into AQ, but we haven't gotten many details on it. But what you can do is prepare like you normally would. So with Frost, or with nature res, a lot of these items come from Cenarian Circle Rep and the vendor, and they're not out just yet, but I believe they'll come out on November 12th with the event launching to a degree. And so you're able to get these things like Gaia's Embrace, as well as sort of like Sylvian Crown and stuff. So look for Mooncloth, look for Living Essences, Ironweb Spider Silk. These are some craftable cloth pieces for nature res, as well as your tier 2. It does have nature res on it as well as frost res on it. It will get you to about 50 of frost res and nature res if you are geared with tier 2. So just stuff to think about and consider with this gearing path. Now there is some things that are going to be more explained as the event comes out. I'll definitely make a more in-depth video specifically covering nature res pieces, how to get them all, but this is just a little tips and tricks. I'm not using cloth as an example, but I do believe that there are things for leather workers as well as other classes in order to get those nature res pieces. And at the very least, you can just use the other pieces for other classes. So it actually looks like there is not. Oh, there it is. So like living breastplate right here. This is the thing. So living essences are going to be huge for that. So here are the other pieces of gear that you can acquire to get your nature res, as well as, you know, a few other things, but I'll definitely make a more comprehensive list on that. As far as frost damage goes, the best thing for melee to do is to get fast weapons as well as to get frost oil and put them on their weapon. So frost oil is already started to spike in price. It's around 5 gold per, but it gives you a 10% chance to cast it, so that's why you want super fast weapons. So look to get daggers. I think AV has some really fast weapons that you can buy, get frost oil on it, and you can use those to crank. So it'll be really nice to do that, and then you just sort of hit it with as many attacks as possible. If you are a caster, the best thing for you to do, even as a mage, is to look for the Zergos wand. So you should be farming a Zergos. Hopefully people kept those and have allowed people like you were smart with your loot, and you know, gave people cold snaps. But it is one of the best wands to use to sort of freeze Visitus, is this cold snap wand, because it does good damage too. And then you're also going to want to make sure that if you're a mage, you can cast just frost spells. Shadow Priests have Shadow Frost spells. Sod added a lot of runes to people and the ability to sort of cast those things. So all in all, that's really good. And then as you can see here, this is normally where you would learn the patterns for the stuff, but the entire Silthus isn't open, and I imagine it opens on November 12th for people. The next thing I want to talk about is new food. So here in Silthus, you will be able to get your chops for strength users, which is going to be very, very good. As you can see here, you'll be able to get smoked desert dumplings. It's just a small little quest, and it is sandworm meat and soothing spices, so you can start coming out here and just murdering all these sandworms all throughout Silithus to get some sandworm meat, so then your food is ready. It just gives you something to farm, something to do, something to be prepared for, because it is the best strength foods. If you're a warrior or a paladin, I'd definitely get out here and start farming these sandworms while you still can, because once phase 5 is in full swing, it is going to be very contested and very brutal to farm. Then the other thing is the best stamina food, so the best tank food in the game becomes available, because you'll be able to cook it because of the opening of the Shifting Sands quest chain, which allows you to learn this recipe to make the Chimera Rock chops, which require Chimera Rock tenderloin, which you will be able to farm here on the Isle of Dread. Inside here, there are just a ton of chimeras that are level 62 elites, so be advised, it is not for the faint of heart if you're going out there to solo them, but if you are a mage and hunter, it is soloable, especially in Sod, so I would just, be aware, pay attention, focus up. If you're going over there, it is very, very dangerous, but you'll be able to get those. You can actually farm the tenderloins now. They are in the game. I've seen them on the age. So you can go there and do that now if you're bored as well, but those are two of the new foods that if you're a tank or you're a strength user, you're going to want to get. Then the next thing that is very, very interesting, and you guys actually pointed this out to me because I tried to do it and it did not seem to be working, but you can actually do your combat logistics and tactical assignment right now. So if you do need one of those items, I believe all melee users are going to want this, you can actually start doing it now. And then as you can see, if you have no use for the badges, you can turn them in and just start farming your Cenarian Circle rep right now as well. But essentially you get the field duty, you get the signed papers, and I'm going to show you a little example as a Horde member what you're going to do. So we are just going to run to Hive Regal here. If you are an Alliance member, you would go to Hive Zora, and essentially there's just an epic or a elite mob that absolutely collapsed. You cannot really solo this, but once the invasion is in full swing and everyone's doing phase 6 content, you are going to see this guy pretty much will always be dead. There'll be hundreds of people doing it depending on your server. And so it'll be really simple to do it. You just simply run. You can actually even run and just turn in the field duty, and you can do what are called field duty runs. If you're feeling extra lazy and you just want Cenarian Circle Ref, you can just completely bypass the badge process, getting a quest to go do a combat tactical or logistics badge, and you can just repeatedly run here and turn in the papers. So as you can see here, the quest is not done. There are people fighting it, so as you can see, there are people trying to do it right now. If Krug dies here, you will not be able to get it, but essentially you just sit here and let them all fight. This giant mob that has 732,000 needs to die, and Krug here cannot die. It's looking like Krug is going to lose. If I hit it, it will charge me and murder me, so that is just the example I'm going to be showing you guys today. I do have great videos covering the entire event from 4 years ago. I was finally, getting a hang of content creating back then. Still not as good as I am now at it, but it is all the information for combat tactical and logistic badges that you guys need to know. But anyway, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you prepare for phase 6. If you have any questions, anything you think I missed, definitely drop it down below and I will do my best to get back to you guys. But until next time, I'll see you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.